The mystery of Area 51 and the limits of human intelligence. My dad was a brilliant man, one of those rare individuals whose intelligence felt effortless yet undeniable. He wasn't just book smart, he had a deep, intuitive understanding of engineering, problem solving, and the world around him. With a master's degree in aerospace engineering and a distinguished career in the United States Air Force, he dedicated his life to pushing the boundaries of technology. His rank as a lieutenant colonel was impressive in itself, but what fascinated me most was his role as a flight test engineer on the F-117 stealth program, one of the most groundbreaking aircraft projects in history. Growing up, I knew my dad's work was classified. He would disappear for weeks at a time, taking flights to destinations he never disclosed. When we asked, he would simply say, "I'm being flown out to the desert." He never elaborated, never hinted at where exactly he was going or what he was working on. The secrecy became a normal part of our lives. We knew not to press him for details, and he never volunteered any. His loyalty to his work, his country, and the code of silence surrounding military operations was absolute. As I got older, I became more curious about the mysteries of places like Area 51. Like many others, I had heard the stories, the conspiracy theories, the supposed alien encounters, the rumors of reverse-engineered spacecraft hidden away in secret government facilities. The idea that my dad might have first-hand knowledge of these things fascinated me. But given how tight-lipped he was about his work, I had no way of knowing whether these theories held any truth. Then one day, when I was about 20 years old, I decided to ask him outright. We were having a casual conversation when I took the opportunity to pose the question that had been sitting in the back of my mind for years. Is there alien technology at Area 51? It was a bold question, one I half expected him to dismiss or deflect, but his response was far more interesting than anything I had anticipated. He paused for a moment, as if carefully considering his words. Then in a calm and measured tone, he simply said, "Son, people underestimate the intelligence of humans." That was it. No elaboration, no confirmation, no denial. Just that one sentence. At first, I didn't know how to interpret it. On the surface, it seemed like he was suggesting that everything people attribute to aliens could just as easily be the result of human ingenuity. It was a fair point. History had shown time and again that scientific advancements often seemed impossible before they became reality. The airplane, the atomic bomb, space travel, these were all things that once belonged to the realm of science fiction, yet human intelligence had made them real. Perhaps the cutting-edge technologies rumored to exist at Area 51 were simply the work of brilliant scientists and engineers operating behind classified walls. But the way he said it left me wondering if there was another layer to his answer. Was he hinting at something deeper? Could it be that human intelligence itself was influenced by something beyond our understanding? Or was he implying that the real mystery wasn't about aliens at all, but rather about how much the government truly kept hidden from the public? His words left me with more questions than answers, and to this day, I still reflect on what he meant. The more I thought about my dad's response, the more I realized how profound it was. It wasn't just about whether or not Area 51 housed extraterrestrial technology. It was about how we, as humans, often fail to recognize our own capabilities. Throughout history, we have continually underestimated our potential, only to later surprise ourselves with groundbreaking discoveries and achievements. What once seemed impossible, flight, space travel, artificial intelligence, has now become a reality. This idea led me down a rabbit hole of considering what truly separates science fiction from science fact. If the government had access to advanced aerospace technology, would the general public even recognize it for what it was? Many conspiracy theories about UFOs and alien crafts suggest that the technology is so beyond our understanding that it must be of extraterrestrial origin. But what if, as my dad implied, the real marvel wasn't that aliens had given us anything, but that we had figured it out ourselves? Consider the stealth technology my dad worked on. The F-117 Nighthawk was developed in secrecy, a plane that could seemingly disappear from radar decades before the public even knew such technology existed. By the time we, the civilians, learned about it, it had already been in operation for years. If something that revolutionary could be kept hidden, how much more might still be out there, locked away in classified projects? What other advancements, decades ahead of our time, might already exist without us knowing? Of course, there is always another possibility, the one that lingers in the minds of UFO enthusiasts and conspiracy theorists alike. What if my dad's answer was intentionally cryptic? What if he knew more than he could ever say? His response didn't deny the existence of alien technology outright, but it also didn't confirm it. Was he carefully choosing his words to avoid revealing classified information? Was he subtly nudging me toward a truth I would have to discover on my own? The reality is, I will probably never know for sure. My dad was a man of principle, someone who took his oaths and responsibilities seriously. If he had seen something at Area 51 that defied human explanation, he would have taken that secret to his grave. And maybe that's exactly what happened. Maybe he had seen things he couldn't explain. Or maybe he had seen things that most people would assume were alien. But he knew better. He knew they were just the result of brilliant, top-secret engineering. One of the most fascinating aspects of this mystery is that it forces us to rethink our understanding of intelligence itself. If humans have already accomplished what many consider impossible, how much further can we go? Are we on the cusp of scientific discoveries that would make today's technology look primitive? And if we were, would those breakthroughs seem so advanced that they would be indistinguishable from alien technology? In the end, my dad's words still resonate with me. People underestimate the intelligence of humans. Whether he was hinting at a deeper truth or simply reminding me of the power of human ingenuity, I'll never know for sure. But one thing is certain, our potential is far greater than we often realize. The greatest mystery may not be what's hidden in secret government facilities, but rather what we are capable of achieving when we push the limits of our own intelligence. As I look up at the stars wondering what's out there, I also think about what's right here, on Earth, in labs and classified hangars, in the minds of brilliant scientists and engineers working in secrecy. Maybe the most mind-blowing discoveries aren't waiting to be found in deep space, but right here, waiting for us to understand. And maybe, just maybe, we already have. If you want more stories like this, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and always turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any new videos.